To make bread, these are all the recipe you will need. You will need 8 cups of plain flour or bread flour. You will need 3 cups of milk, 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of yeast, 1/4 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. So let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do here is to activate our yeast. So I'm going to be adding the yeast to the plate, and the next thing is to add it. Make sure you stir it very well. And we are going to set this aside for it to activate while we go ahead to prepare the rest of the ingredients. So the next thing is for us to start mixing the ingredients. I'm going to be adding the vegetable oil. I will be adding the sugar, the salt. Now mix this very well. Make sure it's fully incorporated. So the next thing I'm going to check is to see if the yeast has activated. So you can see that my yeast has activated, and I'm going to stir it again very well, and I'm going to be pouring it into the flour. So the next thing I'm going to do is to transfer it to the desk for kneading. So at this moment it's a little bit sticky. I'm just kind of going to be dabbing my hand to the flour. So this time you have to knead very well. So you have to knead until it becomes stretchy. So that's it. So this time I'm going to be transferring it to the bowl. Make sure you grease your bowl so that your bread dough doesn't stick to it. I'm going to be leaving it, and I'll be covering it up with a kitchen towel and I will leave this for 1 to 2 hours for it to rise, and I will check back. So I've just checked after 2 hours. So you can see that the dough has risen more than the way it was. I'm going to bring it out from the plate. I need one more time. So you can see that the dough has become softened, not strong anymore. So we're just going to knead again. Knead and so that is it. This is how you knead your dough. Just take it like this and knead. So you can see it. Take another side again and knead. So that's it. And I'm going to be parting it into 2 places. So this is it, and I'm going to be leaving that aside and do the same thing with this. So the reason why I'm doing this is to take off the bubbles, air bubbles inside. So you can see I'm using my hand to tuck in it inside, and after this I'm going to leave it like this again. So that's it. So you can see now that this is how the dough is looking, and I'm going to be transferring it to the pan, the bread pan. Before you do that, you must make sure that you grease your bread pan with a butter or any vegetable oil or sunflower, the one you prefer to use. And I'm just going to be adding the bread to it. So that's it. I'm going to same thing I'm going to do with this. So leaving this again on the pan, and I'm going to cover this up again for a few minutes before transferring it to the oven. So while I'm doing this, I've already preheated the oven. Make sure oven is hot before you do that. So see you guys in a bit. So guys, you can see I just checked back and I can see that the bread dough have doubled again in size, and this is the time for me to grease the bread before transferring it to the oven. You will need egg to grease your surface of your bread dough. Though I did not introduce this to you guys earlier on, but it is optional. It's just optional. So I'm going to be greasing the bread dough. So the purpose of this is to make it look shiny when it comes out from the oven. So I finished greasing the surface of the bread dough, and I'm going to be transferring it to the oven right away, and I'm going to be seeing you guys in a bit. Guys, you can see that the bread has finished baking, I just brought it out from the oven, so this is how it's looking. I'm going to be taking it out from the pan to show you guys how it is. So this is the bread. So taking out the next one. So the second. So this is how it's looking. At this time it's very hot, and I'm going to leave it to cool up before, you know, cutting it out. And at this time I just want to say thank you so much for your time, for watching my video. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe and comment below. Thanks so much for watching. God bless you. Bye bye.